Hello, my friends, and welcome to this special time together. And I do want to say from my heart how much I appreciate being back on the podcast again as we explore Wednesday night the religious science in-depth experience and the celebration of Thanksgiving, and my celebration for each and every one of you, and how thankful I am for each and every one of you. Thanksgiving, special time. Just heard some discussion by some psychologists who were pointing out in the research done recently that people who can get into a attitude of gratitude, a thankful experience, to spend time during the day to discover that if you do take time to just sit down maybe with a journal and just write down all the things you're thankful for before you go to sleep at night. Take time to celebrate how thankful you are. They have discovered that people who do this have a lower blood pressure. They sleep better. They have a better self-esteem. They have a more positive outlook on life. I've devoted the past lifetime, since I was 26 years old, and I just turned 80, to committing myself to helping wake up people to their potential and their unlimited possibility. Thank you, Dr. William Hornaday, for inspiring me into the ministry, along with Dr. Fenwick Holmes, Ernest Holmes' older brother. My dear Dr. Craig Carter was the American liaison to China during World War II, spoke all kinds of Oriental languages. I was very privileged when I was head of the practitioner department for the Religious Science International. It was about the time that Dr. Carter retired, and so I kidnapped him. And we went on the road with each other. And it was very fortunate for Religious Science International because we got that unlimited quality of Dr. Craig Carter's teaching. I think Dr. Carter was as close to a living mystic as anyone I've ever known, along with Reverend Tony Wilshire. And some of you may remember Tony. If you do, let me know. Attitude of gratitude. It's important. Let's begin with the realization that you can accept your good and be grateful for it before anything in the world sees it, because you can do this if you come from the first two steps of our treatment, which is there's one life, it's God, it's our life. God, the one mind, is divine givingness. Our challenge is to be divine gratefulness in action. I celebrate with thanksgiving. You see, God, the one mind, is a divine givingness. It gives of itself. It gives of itself to every receptive part of itself, and that's you and me. The good that you want right now as we move through this virus experience, this lockdown experience, this not being able to open for a Sunday morning service or Wednesday night service. Good. The celebration of discovering health is saying farewell to those loved ones we've lost. And I know so many of you have during this time, and knowing your heart loving hands met them here, loving hands are meeting them now in their new experience. This givingness of God, my dear friends, it's a free gift. It's a free gift from the mind and heart of being. However, you have to mentally and emotionally accept it. You see, once your consciousness has fully accepted it, your good will then happen in your experience, as your experience. The first step is to know what you really want. Many people, they just don't know what they really want, and they just kind of drift along, and it's whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and that's the way it is. Well, what if you could take control? Who's driving, you or the car? Don't let other people determine what you want. We reviewed this recently. You see, a lot of people determine what they want based on the current experience. Again, you have to know what you really want and know you really can have it. Some may contemplate this and reject it. Some people say, well, it's not worth it to try to think in the direction of what I want. I'll just settle that something in the universe has decided what's going to happen to me, so I'll let it. It has no place in New Thought thinking. You can have any good thing you want, my friends. There is no limitation imposed on you by anything outside of you. By God or your fellow beings, there is nothing imposing. The whole theme of my dear friend over 50 years, the Reverend Dr. Terry Cole Whitaker. Terry, if you're hearing this, I love you. Her first book, What You Think of Me Is None of My Business, is a masterpiece. What you think of me is none of my business. It's what you think of you, my friends. That's what's important. You see, with the attitude of gratitude, all of a sudden you realize that once you know what you want and believe that life wants you to have it, then you need a celebration in your heart and mind. There comes a need of subjective acceptance. If I can conceive it, I can achieve it. And I'm thankful this is so. Again, know what you want. The Buddhists have a wonderful statement. It says, may you get what you want, and may it be what you want when you get it. You see, you're the cause. Your cause. If you let go and let it be good, all of a sudden you will realize that your good is good enough to be true, is happening right now. You cause your good to happen. You are the action of infinite mind. That's why you have to know that you can know and know you know. And what you know and know you know is there's always more to know. This is why you have to know and know you know. There's no longer confusion, doubt, and fear in the mind and heart of one who operates from heart through mind to world, from God to body, to thinker, to thought, to what thought creates. Affirm with me, I am the thinker that thinks the thought that becomes the thing. I'm not the thing. I'm not the thought. I am the thinker, and the thinker is one with God. I now think as oneness thinks, as unlimited possibility thinks, as love thinks, as health thinks. Your subjective mind, my friends, awaits your decision, as Dr. Barker taught us. Your subjective mind can express your decision into form, into event. This is why you have to know and know you know that you know. There is no hope, no hesitancy in metaphysical demonstration, my friends. It is scientific and it works. You do not create your good, you create what? You create a state of consciousness that allows your good to happen. Good cannot be created because, why? It is spiritual. And because it's spiritual, it always has been. It is the divine givingness made visible in your experience, in your challenges to be grateful for that divine givingness as you, in you, for you, through you, to you. Be grateful for the creative process. Give thanks for it. The creative process of spirit, which can release your good into form. It never fails, my friend. It never, ever fails with the sincere-minded people. Sincere-minded people who really believe that what they deeply want, they can have. Recently, going through this, I had the experience of greeting God as the hospital and doctor and medicine and the wonderful nurses, and realized what I'm talking about this morning. found myself in a situation where I couldn't use my hands or my feet. And so I did a lot of thinking and a lot of exploring. Been studying this 50 years now, and I'm lying in the hospital saying, okay, what the world's going on here? Well, I know the truth of me has nothing to do with time limitation, person, place, or thing, and that God was the entire experience. And I am home, and we're doing church, and my dear Katrina, my wonderful assistant, and my wonderful the Reverend Lacey Atkinson, the Reverend Sue Tinnick, the Reverend Bob Aaronkel, all of us here at Tri-City Religious Science Center, Fremont, Union City, Newark, and Northern California. We are all here for you with our wonderful practitioners, with Finn, with Jeff, with Nancy. We are all joined together in consciousness, knowing, as I have been sharing this morning, that expectation is without time limit. We all know for ourselves and for you, each and every one watching this, all of our friends throughout International New Thought Alliance, all of our friends in Unity, Divine Science, CSL, Anton, our dear Anton, our wonderful Emerson Institute. We all join together knowing that God acts in the now, and spiritually you are a now person in a now experience. Never be surprised, my dear friends, when a spiritual demonstration happens to you. God wants you to have the real desires of your heart, because God in you, as you is you. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate and honor all of the cards and letters and communications celebrating my health. I celebrate all the treatment given of your heart, because God in you, as you is you. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate and honor all of the cards and letters and communications celebrating my health. I celebrate all the treatment given by all of my friends throughout the New Thought movement. And each day in every way we get better and better, because God knows what to do and how to do it. I love you. I bless you. And I thank you for being with me for our Wednesday night experience. Have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving, dear friends. And now, let us go within and know the truth of our being is gratitude, attitude of gratitude. We are thankful for greater good and massive good. We bless our country, our world, our new president, vice president, all of the people involved in the ongoingness of our beautiful country. We bless our world, our dear friends in Canada and throughout Europe, in the Orient, in Australia, New Zealand, everywhere at once. God is one life on one earth. And we give thanks that so. And so it is. I want to thank each and every one of you, and I want to thank you and ask you for your donation and your love offering. We've been locked down now since March, and I had a bout with dis-ease in the hospital for a few weeks. But other than that, we are ongoing, and we have ongoing expenses, And Katrina and I will be ongoing with these Sunday and Wednesday talks as long as we cannot get into our center. But please, we ask you with love to help us with your donations, with your love offering, and we bless you in advance. Let the power for good, as Dr. Holmes used to say, flow through you for relief. It's good enough to be true. I love you. Tri-City Religious Science Center love you. Katrina's about to put information on the screen so you can reach us. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful day. Let's go within and know right now that anything and everything that needs to happen for greater good to unfold in the life of each and every person listening, all whose this experience is good enough to be true, we know the good that you are right now is happening as greater good for the world. That right where you are, celebrating the love of your family, your friends, your memories of loved ones, as we move through this Thanksgiving period, we give thanks for massive, unexpected good happening in wonderful and beautiful ways. Thank you, God. This is so. And we say namaste in our heart and mind, the God in us, the Christ in us, the love in us, greets the love in our world.